Alright boys, well, good morning and welcome back to another video today. So we are currently on the road right now, heading out to the boat ramp, and I'm kind of a little bit frustrated already with today because it is the first day in literally weeks where it is calm. Like, it's been blowing like 20 plus miles an hour for the past, I feel like, month, and it's been terrible weather. But yeah, I accidentally overslept today, so now it's currently like 8:15. And I'm just now getting on the water, which I hate being late to anything. And we're late to the best day of fishing we've had in a while. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you guys how I catch live mullet. And live mullet is pretty much like the best free bait you could use. It's always around. Well, for me, it's always around. For the most part, it's always around. But it is the best free bait you can get for snook. Now, I know I fished croakers in last video where we fished live bait for snook, and that's a great bait. But the problem with croakers is they're usually not very easy to catch, and they're expensive if you want to buy them. So today, fishing live mullet. Hopefully, we're gonna get on some big snook, and yeah, let's head on out there. All right, boys, we finally made it to the water. Let's catch some. All right, boys, we made it out on the water. Finally, it is like 9 a.m. right now, and it is finally dead glass. Well, not dead glass, but it's calm. There's not much wind today, and that is a good thing. So the first order of business when we're fishing live mullet is, one, we gotta find them. So the places I like looking for them are usually just shallow water flats. You can definitely catch them in places like creeks or canals. But I'm gonna go up shallow, usually less than a foot of water, and just scan around, look for the flicks, look for them jumping, and ultimately we're gonna pull up on them, throw the cast net. I throw an 8-foot cast net. I'll show you guys that here in a second, and let's go ahead and let's go look for them. All right, so I just located my first set of mullet here. They're back in this little pocket right here. These guys I'm seeing in there are kind of big, but honestly I'll take them because we'll go throw them at some giant snook. Could even throw them at some big tarpon, or sneak in there, see if I can't grab them. They look like they're about 10 inches, which I'll take. A little bit on the bigger side, but it'll work. Well, these guys are absolute giants that I just grabbed. I'll take them though. Well, that guy right there is a perfect size one. He's about a 12-inch silver. These are all silver mullet. This guy is just a tad bit too big. I'm gonna toss him back, and same with that guy right there. Just a pinch too big. This one's in that big size too, probably 12 to 14 inches. I'll drop him in. We'll take one of those big ones because I can't hold too many of them in my little live well here, which is really just a 5-gallon bucket. We'll drop our aerator in there, turn that baby on, and just like that, we got 3 fat mullet. These are great size mullet for humongous snook, and that's what we're going to be looking for today. Humongous snook. Heading back up into another pocket here. I can see another big school of them. They're in kind of dirtier water, and I don't know why, but a lot of times black mullet, or striped mullet you could call them, are in a lot of times some murkier water, creeks, backwater areas. There's a ton of them right here in front of me. I'm gonna try to stick a bunch. Got one in that cast there, but he's a really good sized one. Oh, that right there is a perfect striped mullet. Usually about 8 inches. Let me see here. Put them on 15 to the around 23-inch mark, 26-inch mark. So that would make him what? 9 inches, 11 inches, somewhere in that range. Good size mullet. That's 4th one in there. Let's keep going. Grab, probably can keep about 6 to 8 of those size mullet. Best free bait for giant snook for sure. For sure. We got 1 mega, which he's gonna go back in the water. A 2nd mega, and then our 1 candy one out of that cast. That's another 14-incher probably, or 12, 14-incher. Then we got a load of mud and grass. Oh, look at this. That's pretty cool. Baby sheep's head. Look at him. He's only about 2.5 inches there. Let him go. And we also got Mahara. It's a good bait for snook. If I had only Mahara, I would throw them in the bucket, but with all those big mullet in there, I don't want to mix them up. All right, boys, made it back into the brown water here. We got our mullet rigged up. This is one of the smaller ones I have. I'm gonna start with him. 7/0 circle hook, then I'm gonna work with my 5500 spin fisher on my 7/6 Calusa rod. These rods you guys can get in the a link in the description. They are $179 for this rod, and I use this for my big snook, tarpon, even I've caught nice redfish on it. I've caught all sorts of stuff on it, but it's basically gonna be our setup to pull these ginormous snook out of docks. Now, I'm hoping I get a giant snook. I'll be happy with 1 giant snook today, and we'll call it at that. But that's what happens when you get big baits like this. We're really just fishing for 1 big fish. So let's get started. All right. I was pulling as hard as I could right there, and we got a fray off with 60-pound fluorocarbon. That was a 40-incher. Trying to pull that thing out of the dock's close to impossible. All right, well, that's snook fishing for you, to be totally honest. There's times where I feel like I made a mistake, and there's times where I feel I got beat. I got beat there. 1000% I got beat. We'll go ahead and retie, throw another 7/0 on there. I mean, I'm pulling as hard as I can to get that fish out of there. Lockdown drag. I can't allow that fish a bit of drag because he's gonna get me right back into the docks. And I frayed. I just got beat. Just got beat. Alright, retied. He just beat me. He beat me. That's just giant snook fishing for you. I can get upset over it, but like, I got the right tackle, got the right gear, doing everything perfectly, and a fray. It's just, I could be out here using 80, but hey, Alright, I think it's time we use probably our biggest bait of the day here. I got like 3 left. Rig this guy just like. Just like that. That is an absolute beast mullet. Drop him in the water here. I just had a nice blow up from a little snook, well, like a slot snook, who's blasting my mullet, but he accidentally knocked it off the hook, so I had to grab another bait here. That's a giant! Get out, get out, get out, get out! Come on, girl. That's a huge snook. Jeez, dude. Work with me here. That is a giant. Keep your head out of the water. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a giant. That is a giant snook. I'll slide into the water here because the water's like a foot deep. Oh my God. Hey, that's how you do it right there. Oh man. Whew. Keep her in the water there for a second. When you catch these monster snook like that, you're gonna wanna just support them in the water after you land them, because it's kind of like if you were running a race and you finished that race and you had to dunk your head under the water, it's kind of the same thing as fighting a big snook, pulling them straight out of the water. You kind of want to give them a breather before you lift them out of the water. So that's what I'm doing right here. And then I'll just get a view with the big camera so you guys can really see how big this fish is. But this fish is probably 38 to 40. I wouldn't say much over 40, but a very heavy, healthy fish. Oh. And that was on that humongous mullet. You can see how big their heads are. That's why they like mullet that big, because they can eat them and it's a good snack for them. Alrighty boys, there she is. That is probably a 38 to 40 inch snook. I can't, I don't know the exact, but realistically 38 to 40. And she is an absolute beautiful fish, giant. And that's why I use those giant live mullet, because big fish like giant baits. And hey, that one worked out perfectly. She ate that right as it touched the water. I mean, right as it touched the water. Get that 7-0 out of there, and we'll go for the release, quick and easy. All right, mission accomplished, boys. We got our giant fish of the day. She is big for sure. Big for sure. Gonna get her going here. A little left to right action. Oh, kicking away. I'm gonna get, yep, there she goes. Oh. Right under the boat and out of there. Hey, we got the job done. We got our giant mullet. We got our giant snook. I got a couple more baits in there, as well as a bunch of mahara that I might try to use, but I guess I'll just swing around, look for more fish. Whew, we did it. That was an intense fight, because that fish I had locked down drag. I'm pulling as hard as I can to just keep her from getting a run. Once that fish gets their head down and wants to take off, it's hard to stop. So what you want to do is really keep that fish's head out of the water, keep it tight, high to the surface, and hey, we got it. We got it, guys. He saw the boat. He 100% saw the boat. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was a true giant. There's a stud trout on him. That is a big trout. Oh, I just missed a giant. I just missed a giant. I accidentally just kind of kicked the floor as that fish ate. Oh, heart's bumping. And then a little trout. Well, not a little trout. He was a big trout, but. Oh man, that's why you fish giant mullet. That was like a 40-inch snook that just freaking blasted that mullet and almost ate it a second time. Almost. He was this close to eating it a second time, but I think he got too close and saw the boat there. Oh man. He didn't break me. He just came unglued. Man, bro. I did that perfect. I had him out. And I think he just got a good head shaking on me and shook the hook out. Oh, that was another 40. God dang, man. That was a giant snook. That was a giant. I'm pretty afraid, so I'll retie, but oh, when they shake the hook, that's like the worst. Because I feel like there was something that was my fault, but he shook it. That was a giant snook. I hope that angle from that back there was pretty cool, but oh, so intense, man. So intense. Two nice fish right in front of me. Kind of look like tarpon from here. Three nice snook. Oh. I know exactly what I did wrong there. Amateur move. Idiot move I just did right there. What that's called is hook setting with a circle hook. And I usually am really good at not making that decision or making that mistake, but I got excited and pulled when I should not have pulled back on that fish. I should have just let that fish run until he was tight. Good fish too. That was a 34 maybe that ate that mullet. Well, boys, I am wrapping up today. I put in a lot of work on the water today. Throwing the cast net around, pulling those big snook out of docks. I only got one, but that's kind of what I was going to expect today. We just needed one fish, and we got it. That was probably a 38 to 40 inch fish, which was an awesome fish, but I just wish I could have had like a second or a third today. I was given my opportunities and I messed up quite a few, but whatever. We'll be back next time to get those fish I missed today. But if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's under the video. It's totally free to subscribe. If you didn't know that, and basically all that's going to let you know is when I upload and stuff like that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, leave them down below, and other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.